This is Mr. Stefaniuk's classroom, and this is the Dancing Seagull. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Took is sleeping, so I think I can create a video without her bothering me along the way. Okay, on to the body paragraph. Body paragraph, let me see. I have my 3 reasons, 1, 2, and 3 over here. Some people won't get sick. Okay, some people won't get sick. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to indent. How about press the tab? Press that tab key there, which indents here. Go to the end and enter. Boom. Okay, I have written a body paragraph. Basically, some people won't get sick. So what I've done is I have created a sentence expanding upon that simple idea. Through conforming to the practice of social distancing, fewer people in society will get sick. The rationale for social distancing is simple. The lower the number of people an infected person comes into contact with, the lower the number of people who are exposed to the virus, the lower the number of people who will eventually become sick from the contagion. So this is my introductory sentence. It is basically the same as my reason, but I punched it up a little bit. I'm going to, if you don't know, if you have the extra space in between here, you can double click there. You double click between the pages to shrink that space in between. Now it's much easier to see. Good enough? A few pointers for your introduction sentence. Through conforming to the practice of it, many students make that mistake. They throw proforms, it and this and that and these, into the opening sentence of a new paragraph, and that is garbage. Do not put pronouns or proforms, especially in the first sentence of a new paragraph or in your thesis. Again, no proforms or pronouns in sentence 1 or thesis of your essays. An absolute grade dropper. Moving on to the body of the body paragraph 1. As of, wait a minute, I will move it across. Here it comes, dropping it in. Okay, it's long, and it is not complete. I have not done the research. This is a research essay, and you will be entering in your sources and statistics. I have not done that. As of March 26, 2020, which is today, China witnessed a huge drop in new coronavirus infections. Again, please keep your pronouns and proforms to an absolute minimum. Most experts agree successfully controlling and limiting the rate of new infections. Don't put it. Most experts agree successfully controlling and limiting the rate of new infections was controlled due to the spread and severity at which the Chinese government enacted quarantines. And Tukes here. Here, I would insert research and statistics in one or more sentences. Okay, so I have, this is my example, and here I'm going to throw in some evidence. And then probably some analysis of that as well, specifically talking about that evidence, which I have not looked up, but you will look up. And when you insert the... Hi, Tuke. How are you? Okay. When you insert the research, you must make sure to include the source as well in brackets. In a later video, I am going to complete a works cited page and show you how all of that is done. Alternatively, there we go. Alternatively, as of March 26, 2020, according to, here's my source again, New York City had a reported total of how many? active coronavirus infections. According to the source, this dramatic rise in the number of infections could have been averted had the United States, US, acted sooner. Okay, everybody knows this, but what I want to do is find a source that will confirm it. Even though I know it and you know it, it is when you are asserting a point, when you're asserting an opinion, it is best to find a source and include that in your essay. You can see the United States, and then I have US in parentheses afterwards. So whenever, because later on in the essay I use US instead of United States. So I want to, first of all, the first time I use it, I write it out in full, United States, and then put US afterwards. Despite warnings from health officials, another source goes here. Warnings from health officials. Okay, I don't remember where I saw that, but I certainly did see that. The risk of the spread of coronavirus was downplayed by US President Donald Trump early on in the outbreak. Remove that comma. And give me a source for Donald Trump downplaying the risk of spread of coronavirus. I'm sure it is pretty easy to find one of those. He's known for talking a lot. The US healthcare system conducted very limited testing, and critical medical supplies were not stockpiled in advance of the infection. Research why this was done. This is, again, I know about the coronavirus, and so I know I watch the news. I don't remember all of these statistics, but I know they're out there. So now I am basically creating my first draft, and I am including all this information, but I don't have the exact statistics yet, and that is my next step, to fill in all of these sources. The number, I don't know, 6,000? I don't know what the number is. I left that number. The 6,000 reported cases of COVID-19 could most likely have been controlled and limited by a more aggressive approach to virus testing and enforced social distancing, including isolation. Okay, the reported case of COVID-19 in New York, I may or may not put in New York. No, I don't think I would. Moving on to my conclusion sentence. Paste it in directly after that. Now, conclusion sentence. Again, no proforms, no this, no it, no these, no that, no garbage. Write precisely and accurately, as best as you can. Early enforcement of social distancing in China is credited with controlling the spread and limiting the impact of the COVID-19 coronavirus. Whereas, comma, maybe a semicolon, I just put a comma. Whereas the decidedly delayed response of the United States towards social distancing led to a spike of infections concentrated in New York City. So you'll see I didn't put US here because that is my conclusion sentence, and I do not want to use any acronyms or contractions or pronouns or proforms. Moving on to the next body paragraph, same style. I would begin with, oops, got an indent here, tab that. So no space in between, just enter with a tab. How I'd like to check that, I go back, there we go. So I have basically placed it at the end of my previous paragraph, and I press enter, and it automatically tabs it in. For my next body paragraph, I will choose the point which seems the best. I will make a fancy introductory sentence out of that. I will find examples, discussion, create analysis of it, and a concluding sentence at the end. And here is your dancing seagull. Woo-hoo!